Okay guys, so today is a very special day today. Today is the day that you are going to get more in tune with your body. We're gonna start out nice and slow. We're gonna start with movement today. So we're gonna do some stretching, we're gonna do a little bit of core work, and we're gonna work on our mats. So be sure you have your sanctuary set. I like to burn a couple candles when I do stretching. And I also like to clear the energy out with some incense. So I'm gonna go ahead and light my favorite incense right now. A lot of times I'll actually, especially if I take a yoga class over at Third Root, which is a really cool studio around the corner in our neighborhood, I'll bring a nice cup of piping hot tea. So, because I know it's gonna be more of a calming workout. Get your comfy outfits on. No need to wear shoes for this workout, okay? Not workout, but stretching sequence. Today I'm drinking Skin Detox Tea. It's actually a rose hibiscus. It's so delicious. I love it so much. I really want you guys to focus today on your mind-body connection. So they are one and the same. They are completely unified. So let's go ahead and just have a nice relaxing time together. So good. So get your favorite beverage and let's get started. Let's go ahead and clasp our hands behind our backs, and we're gonna have our feet hip width apart, and we're gonna come forward for a nice fold, okay? You're gonna keep a nice soft bend to your knee and drop that head. We're going to be breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And lift. Give your back a slight arch and raise your head toward the ceiling, pulling those shoulder blades together. Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna come on forward for a forward fold. Again, keeping that slight bend in your knees. You're gonna place your palms flat on the floor and drop your head once again. We're gonna go ahead and walk those hands back between our legs. So again, keep those palms nice and flat and dropping your head face toward the back of the room. All right, you're gonna go ahead and give a slight bend to your knees, dropping those glutes down. So what this is doing is this is stretching that area right between your thigh and your pelvis. Okay, so right here, that beautiful crease. So again, we're coming down. We're gonna fold those knees, hold, and lift. Okay, so lengthen those legs. And once again, coming down. We're gonna hold and lift. Perfect. Feel your body and how magnificent it is. Down, hold, and lift. Here we go, 2 more times. Down, hold, and lift. Now you're gonna be pressing through your heels, so don't forget that. Coming down, hold, and lift. All right, once again, bringing those hands to the ceiling, all the way up, facing toward the ceiling and around in a semicircle, and once again to the floor. We're gonna walk those hands to the right. So we're gonna bring our stretch all the way to the right leg. Drop that head, bring your face as close as you can to your leg. And you're really gonna feel this in your hamstring as well as your glutes. Don't forget to breathe in and out. All right, we're gonna go ahead and come on over to our left leg, give it some love. Try to bring that your face as close as you can to that knee. come on back up to the top. Let's go on in with some arm circles. I've got a big chandelier here, so I'm gonna walk back. All right, so we're gonna go back with those circles to start, okay? We're just gonna get a little bit of range of motion and some mobility going in our arms. We're gonna elevate our heart rate slightly, but we're not gonna break into a sweat right now. We're just gonna get nice and warmed up for our further movements, okay? Hey, this isn't so bad, is it? This is just getting reacquainted with your body and understanding how amazing your body is. All right, continuing back, and let's bring those circles forward. Perfect, you're doing awesome. I know you're doing awesome. I can't see you right now, but I know you're doing awesome. All right, let's take those arms and come across and to the side, all right? And to the side. Now, through these simple movements, it's very important to be mindful of your core and pulling those abdominals in, keeping them engaged even through these simple movements, because anything that requires twisting movements has the potential to injure your lower back. Okay, we're bringing those arms up and across. So now we're really hitting that upper part of the back and your shoulders. So yeah, so you want to keep your abdominals nice and engaged and tight, okay, even through simple movements. And back across. All right, guys, woo, doing good. We're gonna go ahead and pull those shoulder blades together while we lift either leg, okay? So back and forth, keeping those shoulders low. Make sure that they're not up by your ears. So we're warming up our quads right now. Pulling those shoulder blades together and back. Awesome job. All right, guys, we are gonna go into our first downward dog of the day, okay? So come on over to your mat if you're not already on it. And we're gonna come on down for our first downward dog, okay? So we're gonna walk our palms out. Okay, our feet are gonna be about hip width apart behind us. And pull those abs in. You're gonna be a perfect V shape. And let's go ahead and pedal those heels toward the floor. One at a time. Nice. Just staying right here for a moment. All right, guys, now it's time to utilize the core, okay? So we're gonna bring our bodies forward into our perfect plank. Okay, so the way to hold a perfect plank is to keep your wrist exactly under your shoulder, okay? So wrist, shoulder. So that's gonna give you a fortress of your body, okay? So you're gonna have that wrist right below the shoulder, and you're always consistently gonna be pulling your abdominals in and up towards your spine, okay? That's gonna give you a nice, beautiful, strong middle section. So what you want to focus on with the plank is making sure that your butts are not rounded and too high in the air, and you also want to make sure that you're not arching your back down, okay? So it's really important to keep that perfect plank right there in the middle, and we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to continue that core work. We're going to be flipping up. See how my legs are stacked. Raise that right hand toward the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. This is hitting that side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring that hand back down. We're going to flip onto the left side. Here we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. All right, we're gonna head back up into our downward dog. Yes, awesome job, guys. Once again, pedaling those heels into the earth. Are you guys feeling connected to your bodies yet or what? Good morning, bodies. How are you? I'm gonna get warm in here. I'm gonna take off this sweater, which you might all be getting warm as well. So that's a really good sign. Your body's happy, it's acclimating, it's getting nice and warm. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do now, is we're gonna head into more of that core work, okay? So we're gonna come into tabletop position. So by this I just mean, once again, that your wrists are right below your shoulders, and you're gonna imagine that both your knees and your hands are on two perfect planks of wood side by side. And that's gonna be your perfect tabletop, okay? We're gonna start with a couple cat-cows. So what you're gonna do is arch your back. As you arch your back, you're gonna pull your belly button in towards your spine. And then you're gonna dip it, okay? So rotating those hips out, and once again, back up. So we're blowing out as we curve our back up and breathing in and out. And breathe in. All right, awesome job, guys. Okay, so now we are in our perfect tabletop. Don't mind my pants, they are always falling down, this pair anyway. All right, so we're gonna come into our perfect tabletop. We're gonna start by raising our right hand and our left leg. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Now what you wanna focus is keeping your back as flat as a tabletop. Imagine that you're holding a glass of water on your back. You really want to be mindful of holding your core in, keeping those abdominals nice and tight. We're going to count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep that leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring that knee and hand back in. We're going to head into the opposite. So left arm up, right leg back. And 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Bring it back in. We're going to head into a child's pose, okay? So go ahead and lean back on those legs, back on your haunches, and we're going to bring our arms forward. Dropping that head to your mat. We're going to go ahead and walk those hands to the right. So we're going to give that left side a nice lengthened stretch. And walk it on over to the left, okay? All right, guys. Feel free to grab a sip of your tea. You're doing amazing. You are so incredible. All right. Okay, we're gonna head to a position on our backs. Okay. I want to make sure that I pull this back just a little bit so you can see me. All right, so we're gonna come on down to our backs. And I just want to do a little bit more core work, okay? It's not going to be intense, but I want to go ahead and start the process of beginning to strengthen your core. And so this is a really simple exercise, but highly effective, okay? So you're going to bring your legs up as if you're sitting in a chair, and you're going to cradle your neck with your hands. Make sure that you're not pulling forward, okay? You're just going to cradle your neck for a little bit of support. So what you're going to do is you're going to drop your left heel and tap it on the floor, and right heel. So your face you're going to be facing toward the ceiling while you do this. Now the key ingredient on this movement is to keep your shoulders off the floor, okay? So keep it up and lifted, make sure they're not all the way down. You're coming up right about here, and we're just tapping our heels, okay? So we are going to begin the process through these simple movements of strengthening your core and really giving you a good base to work from. If you have a strong core, it's going to help you in everything, okay? So we're going to go 10, 10, 9, 9, pull those abs in, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go in for a challenge. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna press against our thighs as our thighs press against our hands. So it's gonna be a push-pull force here. And you're gonna wanna keep your shoulders lifted, okay? And I want you to push as hard as you can, okay? We're just gonna go for 10 seconds. You ready? So I'm gonna push with my legs and with my hands. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, push, 7, 6, 5, 4, push harder, 3, 2, 1, and drop. Woo, okay, we're gonna hug those knees into our chest, give our backs a little massage, rocking back and forth. All right, we're gonna raise both legs to the ceiling. Make sure your feet are flat, as if they're flat against the ceiling. And we're gonna go ahead and drop one to the floor. We're gonna pull that calf toward us, giving a nice little stretch, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and rotate that ankle, little mini circles, and reverse into the opposite direction. We're just getting all those little muscles in the ankles. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and bring this left leg, drape it across to the right of our body, while our left hand is in the opposite direction, and your gaze is gonna go right across the fingers of your left hand. Feel free to pull that left leg closer to the ground to give yourself an additional stretch. All right, once again, both legs in the ceiling. And we're gonna keep the right leg up, pulling that right calf toward us. Woo. Giving the back of the leg, giving that hamstring a really good stretch. And let's go ahead and rotate that ankle one way. And reverse. All right, so we're gonna go for the same thing with this leg. We're gonna take it down, drape it across, and your right hand is going to come onto the opposite side, and your gaze is going to go right across the fingertips of that right hand. And again, feel free to pull that leg closer to the earth if that feels good to you, okay? All right, we're gonna come up. Once again, giving our legs a little hug. You guys are doing so amazing. Again, the whole purpose of today is just to reunite ourselves with our body and begin the process of mind-body connection. All right, we're gonna come to a nice seated pose, okay? Feel free to grab a drink of your tea or whatever you have close to you. All right, and we're gonna bring That right hand, stretch it across to the side. We're lengthening our abdominals. And take that left hand and stretch it to the right side. So now we're going to go into one of my favorite positions. It's actually a very receiving position, so receiving of abundance, of love. It's a very love-oriented pose, and it tends to open up the heart chakra. So right here in the center of your chest. So go ahead and assume a nice position. We're going to start by bringing the right arm over our head and bring that left hand up to greet those fingers in the back. You're just going to touch your fingertips and pull them toward you, or pull them toward one another, and you're going to keep your chin lifted. We're going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay? Here we go. Keep that chest lifted and high. Awesome job. We're going to go in for the opposite arm. So bring that left arm up, or whatever is your non-dominant arm. And we're going to bring that other arm up to greet those fingertips. Clasp them together if you can, but if you can just touch your fingertips, that's perfectly okay as well, okay? We're going to go for 3 deep breaths. Remember to keep that chin lifted and chest high. Here we go. In and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. All right, so we're going to raise those hands on up to the ceiling and bring those hands down to your chest. Let's give a nice forward bow. Namaste. And keep in mind, this is the beginning of a lifelong journey, and wherever you at is absolutely perfect. So, you know, the worst thing you can do is compare yourself to anyone else, because your journey is so important and so unique, and you know, it is all about progress, not perfection. So every day you can always do something new to nourish yourself. And sometimes that is eating dark chocolate, and sometimes that is giving yourself an opportunity to rest. So that's very important. You know, the biggest thing about the Lotus Jewel method is, as we've been talking about it, sustainability. So making sure that you implement these changes slowly over time in order that it all sticks and stays with you for a lifetime. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you really enjoyed this stretching sequence. It really relaxed me and actually calmed me down a lot. So I'm ready to tackle my day. All right, bye guys, love you.